Hey everyone, welcome to today's practice. Today we have a 30-minute wake up flow. So this is a great practice to do first thing in the morning as you're waking up. Just going to spend about 30 minutes or so waking up to the body, getting some movement in and preparing us for the rest of our day. So with that, let's go ahead and get started on our mats. Finding any comfortable seated position if you're not there already. Just giving yourself a moment to fully arrive to your practice, fully arriving on the mat. Just taking a moment here to consciously lengthen through the spine, growing a little bit taller, feeling whatever points of contact you're making with the earth. And just rolling the shoulders back a few times here, allowing ourselves to slightly broaden through the chest. And gently closing the eyes if they are not already. And reaching the crown of the head slightly up towards the ceiling or up above. And as you arrive into this place of stillness here, just giving yourself a moment to express gratitude for making it here, making it to your practice. Now just allowing yourself to set a conscious intention for our time together here, something that you seek to cultivate within your practice or throughout the remainder of your day. Just breathing into that. So to get started here, we're going to take a few clearing breaths together here just to empty the lungs of any stale air that we may have accumulated from the night before. So with an inhale, allow the belly to naturally expand. Opening the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. 2 more. Inhale, feel the belly filling up. Open mouth, audible exhale, release. Last one here. Inhale, fill up your balloon, fill up the belly. And hold for a moment. Opening the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Now allowing the breath to flow naturally in and out of the nose here, or activating Ujjayi Pranayam if that is part of your practice. Just setting a conscious intention behind our breath as well, allowing our breath to serve as an anchor point, as a guide throughout our practice, something that we could always come back to as we move throughout our mat here. So as you're ready to do so, taking some of this conscious awareness that we've cultivated throughout these first few minutes, taking that with us throughout our practice, let's transition into our tabletop pose. So coming into our tabletop pose, eyes can stay closed or they can be open. Just giving a moment to make sure that the wrists are underneath the shoulders, the knees are underneath the hips. The fingers of the hands are spreading apart. We're rooting down through each finger, especially through the index finger and the thumb. See or feel the eyes of the elbows spiraling inwards towards each other. Pressing into the hands elevating a little bit through the upper back and the shoulders, creating some length through the spine. Sits bones are level here, as if you could put a glass of water on top of it and it could be balanced. Knees are hip width apart. Toes can be tucked or untucked. And then slightly tucking the chin in towards the chest, lengthening through the back of the neck. Now with our next inhale, we're going to bring the belly down, gaze up. And as we exhale, rounding into your cat. Inhale, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. And exhale, rounding into cat. Doing a few more here on your own. Again, just warming up through the spine. Most of us have been laying down for a few hours, so just inviting some fluidity into the spinal column. Just working out any kinks here for a few more breaths. You can continue with your cat-cow poses, moving at your own rhythm. Or you can take this into your barrel rolls. More of a circular, undulating movement. Again, taking this at slow or as fast as you'd like. Just taking this at a rhythm where you can just really feel yourself connecting to your physical body, and where you can feel some movement created in the spine. So switching directions, if you took those barrel rolls, if you're in your cat-cows, taking a last few rounds. Beautiful. And returning back to center. From here, we're going to right away open the knees about mat width apart here. Toes can stay tucked. We're going to get into some hip opening here and some wrist opening. So with our inhales, we're going to move forward and around the wrists. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring the hips back towards the heels and around. Inhales bring you forward and around the wrists. Exhales back and around the heels. A few more on this side. Really allow yourself to send breath into all the areas of tension or all the areas of the body that are starting to wake up here. And as you're ready to do so, switching directions. So the breath and the oxygen is what, and our conscious awareness is what starts to signal these parts of the body that it's time to wake up. We'll take another 2 on this side. Beautiful. And then as you're ready, finding your way back into tabletop, let's keep the palms facing down, the fingers facing towards ourselves. Really press down through each finger here, spreading the hands as wide as you need to. And then keeping the toes tucked under with a little micro bend in the elbows. Let's start rocking forward and back here. Breathing into the forearms. Breathing and warming up into the wrists. Just notice any tension that are present within the forearms. I know my forearms are feeling pretty tense right now, so just consciously sending breath here. And then and releasing back towards center. We're going to tuck the toes under. You can manually tuck the pinky toe if you need to. And then we're going to sit our weight back towards the heels. So opening through the bottoms of the feet, stacking the shoulders on top of the hips. Steady with the breath here. And then we're going to take the hands forward and in front, and we're just going to start doing some flashlights. So opening and closing the hands into fist. And then taking that same motion up above. And then taking that out by your sides. And then let's bring the hands in towards the middle, interlacing the fingers, and we're going to take some infinity signs or some figure eights here. Loosening up through the wrists. And switching directions. And shake it out, release, let that all go. And that's good enough for the opening of the bottoms of the feet. So just bringing our weight forward, coming back into our tabletop pose. You could do a little drum roll, tapping the tops of the feet if you'd like. And then let's actually come into a child's pose only for a moment here. So child's pose, big toes together, knees mat width apart, and allow your sits bones to melt back towards your heels. So just using this as an opportunity to consciously and deliberately send more breath into the hips here before we get moving. So although this may look like a passive pose, this is actually a pretty active pose. So we want to be really consciously drawing our hips back towards our heels, breathing into the entire region of the hip area. The hands can stay relaxed forward and in front, or again, if you want to make this more active, you can press into the palms, press into your hands, and allow that motion of pressing forward allow you to create more length in the spine, allowing the sits bones to go and grow closer towards your heels. So let's take 2 full breaths here wherever you are. Big inhale. Big exhale. Big inhale. Big exhale. And moving out of this, with an inhale, roll yourself forward 1 vertebra at a time, coming into plank pose, or into tabletop pose, and from here we're going to move our way into plank pose. So for plank pose, you can either keep the knees hovering just an inch or so off the mat, or you can straighten full away into your plank pose. And whichever variation you're taking, just feel the heat start to generate throughout the body. So we want to invite heat in the body so that we can start awakening more throughout the muscles. Not too much to where we're straining, but just enough where we can feel the energy starting to build. And from here, let's go ahead and make our way back into downward facing dog. So pedaling out the feet, wiggling out the body. Taking some little movements here in your downward facing dog. And all right, we're going to start building from here. So starting to walk the feet up towards the hands, we're going to meet in a forward fold at the front of our mat. Feet can be hips distance apart.
You can bring a bend into the knees. You can grab a hold of the elbows. You can sway from side to side, front and back. Whatever you'd like to do here, working out any last little kinks in the body. And then releasing the hands down towards the earth. Picking up the tempo here with an inhale. Let's come up halfway, lift, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold down. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, halfway lift, create length. Exhale, melt and fold. Last time here, inhale, halfway lift, breathe into the hamstrings. Exhale, melt and fold. Inhale, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Hands reach up, gaze comes up at the thumbs. Exhale, hands to prayer in front of the heart. And down by your side, Samastiti. Sun salutation. Inhale, hands up, reach up. Exhale, hinge and forward fold here. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, step your way back into plank pose. Hold your plank for a breath or two. Now as you inhale, roll forward, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, gazing forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float your way towards the front fold. Inhale, halfway lift, create length. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up, rise up, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, bring it into the heart space. Again, inhale, hands reach up, gaze up. Exhale, hinge, lead with your heart as you fold down. Inhaling, halfway lift, create length. Exhale, step back into plank pose. Hold here for a breath or two. Feel your belly button go back towards the spine. Inhale, rolling forward, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, use your core, hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. And as we exhale, let's invite some circles into the hips, drawing some circles with the knee. Inhaling, re-extend, right leg up, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, stack the right hip on top of the left. Hands are supporting here. And take some ankle circles here, stretching into the right side of the body. And switching direction of your circles. And super slow motion, bring that right foot back down towards the earth, pressing yourself up into Wild Thing or any modification of that. With an inhale, make your way back into three-legged dog. And as you exhale, gently lower that right foot down. Switch sides. Inhale, left leg up, three-legged dog. And draw some hip circles here. Keep the length in your spine as you switch direction of your circles. Really lubricating the hip joints. And then with an inhale, re-extending left leg up, three-legged dog. As you exhale, stack the left hip on top of the right. And take some ankle circles here as you breathe into the left side of the body. And then stepping that left foot all the way back, super slow motion. Press yourself up into your wild thing, opening through the front body, inviting energy here. Inhale, make your way back into three-legged dog. Exhale, lower that left foot down towards the earth, down dog. Inhale, bring the gaze forward. Exhale, step hopper, float your way up towards the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up, rise up, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, bring it into the heart. Last one, inhale, hands up, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, hinge and fold down towards the earth, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step back into plank pose. Inhale, roll yourself forward. Exhale, roll yourself back for a breath. Inhale, roll yourself forward, shoulders over wrist. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows in line with shoulders. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, take your time. Exhale, use your core, hips backing up, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up, three-legged dog. And exhale, let's stack that right hip on top of the left again. Inhale, breathe into the right side body. Exhale, slow motion, step that right foot all the way back or leave it hovering here. Breathe into the front of the chest. Inhale, make your way back, three-legged dog. Exhale, let's bring the right knee in towards the right elbow. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, across, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee draws in towards the nose, round through the upper back, press the hands into the earth. And release that right foot in between both hands. You can carry it. You can help it out if you need to here. Release the left knee, untuck through the left toes. As you inhale, draw the hands up, low crescent lunge. And as you exhale, release the hands down by your side like airplane arms here. Inhale, hands reach up. You can take a little back bend if you'd like. Exhale, draw the chest forward, hands flush back by your side. Squeeze the back of the shoulder blades together. Last one, inhale, hands reach up. And as you exhale, release the hands down. Step that right foot back as you flow through your vinyasa. Upward facing dog with an inhale. Downward facing dog with an exhale. Other side. As we inhale, left leg up, three-legged dog. And as we exhale, stack that left hip on top of the right. Breathe into the left side body. Then super slow motion, start stepping that left foot back or leave it hovering just an inch off the earth. Breathe into the front body. And then with an inhale, meeting back in three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee towards left elbow. Squeeze and engage the core. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, across, left knee, right elbow. Do your best here. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. And exhale, knee towards the nose. Press your hands, press the index fingers, thumbs into the earth, round through the upper back. And then either gently step or help your left foot through in between both hands.
Lower the right knee, untuck the right toes, and then with an inhale, reach the arms up, press that left heel into the earth, and as you exhale, draw the chest forward, lengthen spine, hands come flush by both sides. Inhale, hands reach up, gaze up, keep pressing into that left heel, top of the right foot. Exhale, draw your chest and your heart forward. Hands draw back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Last time. Inhale, roll yourself up, hands up, maybe little back bend, reach the chest up. Exhale, hands lower down. Step the left foot back as you flow through your vinyasa, any modification thereof, and make your way back eventually into your downward facing dog. Take a breath or two here, feel your body awakening. Now with our next inhale, let's bring the gaze forward. As we exhale, step, hop, float your way up towards the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hinge, melt and fold down towards the earth. Inhale, roll up, rise up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to prayer, bring it into the heart here. Now with an inhale, let's meet in our Utkatasana chair pose. Allow the knees to come together if possible. Allow the weight to shift back towards the heels. Feel your sits bones drawing down towards the earth. Keep the gaze up between the hands if you can. Steady the breath. And then taking one more inhale here. As we exhale, hands to prayer, forward fold. Inhale, let's come up halfway lift. Exhale, step, hop, float, or you can bakasana your way through your vinyasa. We'll meet back in our downward facing dog. So just taking any variation, modification, flowing through your up dog and making your way back into your downward facing dog. From downward dog, one last time, let's inhale, right leg up, three-legged dog. And then as we exhale again, stacking that right hip on top of the left. Stretch a little more into that right side body. And then stepping that right foot back or hovering the toes, elevate through the chest. Inhale, meeting back in three-legged dog. Exhale, this time let's bring the right knee towards the right wrist. Maybe the two connect, maybe they don't. Inhale, extend three-legged dog. Either way, it's yoga. Exhale, draw the right knee towards the left wrist. Inhale, extend the right leg up, three-legged dog. And exhale, draw the right knee towards the nose. Step that right foot through. Lower the left knee. Untuck. Or actually, let's keep the toes tucked here. With an inhale, rise the hands up. And as we exhale, with the toes tucked under, let's bring the hips back towards the left heel. Just breathing into that right hamstring for a moment. We just want to open up through the back of the legs. Now with an inhale, let's draw the hips forward. Hands reach up, maybe a little back bend. And then as we exhale, hands lower down. Step that right foot back as you flow through your vinyasa. Upward facing dog with an inhale. And downward facing dog with an exhale. And other side, inhaling left leg up, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, stack the left hip on top of the right. Super slow motion. Left foot steps all the way back.
making your way into your wild thing. And with an inhale, meeting back, three-legged dog. Exhaling, left knee towards left wrist this time. Inhale, re-extend, three-legged dog. And exhale, left knee towards right wrist. Just engaging the core here. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. And then exhale, left knee in towards the nose. Stepping that left foot through. Keeping the right toes tucked this time. And let's actually just bring the hands on top of the left thigh here. Focusing more on the rooting action of the feet here. So just feeling more of the support through the left heel, through the left foot. Feeling the rootedness of the right knee and the right toes. Feeling the left hip draw back as the right hip draws forward. Little scissoring action in the legs. And now, if you'd like, you can invite the hands up overhead with an inhale. And then with an exhale, the hips draw back towards the right heel. Stretching briefly into the hamstrings here. Sending some breath into this side. And then with an inhale, roll yourself back forward and up. Hands reach up. And as you exhale, hands lower down as you make your way back through your vinyasa. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Taking a breath in our last downward dog here. Now with an inhale, let's bring the gaze forward. As we exhale, step, hop, or float your way up towards the front forward fold. Inhale, coming into our Utkatasana chair pose. And then to finish off, let's exhale, bring the hands to prayer and twist to our left here. So just inviting a little supine twist into our practice. You can use the right elbow on the outside of the left knee if you'd like. See if the right knee is leaning forward in front of the left. See if you can bring the two parallel to one another. Just the little things, you know. And then switching sides with an inhale, meeting back in your Utkatasana chair pose. A little more heat for the legs. And as you exhale, hands to prayer, twisting over towards the right. Nice little twisting action of the spine. Again, you can help yourself to bring that left elbow outside of the right knee. Notice if that left knee is scooting forward, draw it back a little bit more. We want the knees parallel. And taking your last breath here. With an inhale, meeting back in our Utkatasana chair pose. And then as we exhale, press into the feet, hands come to prayer. As we come to stand, steady the gaze forward and in front, hands in front of the heart in prayer. Feel the feet rooting down towards the earth. Now to close out our practice here, we're going to slow and controlled lower our hips down towards the heels. See if you can go without using any hands as you lower yourself down towards the earth. We're going to do just one seated stretch as we close out our practice here. So this will be a seated forward fold. So legs straight forward and in front, removing the hands underneath the flesh just so you can feel your sits bones onto the earth. Creating length through the spine. With an inhale, draw the hands up. Create length. And then as you exhale, hinge and fold here. Coming into your forward fold. Now keep drawing the kneecaps up. Engaging through the quads.
Keep flexing the toes towards the forehead. Keep breathing here. Belly button drawing towards the thighs. Keeping the heart lifted. And just noticing how the action of engaging the quads, engaging the front of your legs, creates that length through the hamstrings and hopefully relieves a little bit of pressure in the lowermost discs of the back as well. Let's take another breath or two here in your forward fold. Deepest breaths yet. Last one. And then with an inhale, gently rolling yourself up one vertebra at a time. You can close out your practice in Shavasana, or if you'd like, coming to a simple cross-legged position, coming into our seated easy pose here. So now that you've arrived here, you're more than welcome to continue cooling down. I would recommend just a simple seated forward fold here off your cross-legged position, just to stretch into the hips. But if you are ready to close out your practice in this way, just allowing the hands to come to prayer in front of the heart, gently closing the eyes, allowing the gaze to draw naturally at the point between the eyebrows, arriving back to the seated posture that we started in. As you feel the heat between the palms, as you can hopefully feel your heart beating here. Maybe you're sweating a little bit as I am, or a lot, or not at all. Just taking a moment to express again gratitude towards yourself for making it out to practice in this way. Keeping that intention that we set at the beginning of our practice with us throughout the remainder of our day. Thank you for the opportunity to guide and to lead in this practice. We finish off by saying Namaste, which translates the divinity in me sees and honors the divinity in you. So you're more than welcome to repeat it if you'd like. Otherwise, we'll simply finish our practice in this way. So, Namaste.